Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about Iman Gadzhi's Agency Navigator course. Is it worth it? Should you buy it? Should you try it? The first thing I'll be starting off with is the negatives. It actually took me a while to find the negatives because I don't believe that there actually is that many. And even though there's a few, they all have their counter arguments straight away. You could pick them like that. So my first one is, when you're starting off your entrepreneur life, you might think $1,500 for a course might be a bit too expensive. But when you join the course and you realize what you can get out of it from the start to the finish, there's no comparison to is it worth it. There's no argument for it. Even when you join it straight away, you will benefit from it. You will see a community that is here to help, that you will benefit from straight away. The only second negative perhaps, that I personally encountered was after watching one or two of the videos, you get told about software that is 100% necessary. You cannot create an agency without the software. You need it for every single thing you do. But I was unaware of this, and then I was told that you need to buy a bunch of software, but I was unaware of that. But there is also a counter argument for it, that you are given free alternatives for every software that is named. So there you go. Now on to the positives. Like I said, I found two negatives, and the same with if anyone else finds negatives, you can so easily counter them straight away. I would say to not avoid this course. Even just looking into it, there's no reason against looking into it. What do you get from not looking into it? You benefit from doing everything by researching. So if you don't want to research it, and you don't even want to put yourself in the frame of just looking into it, taking a peek, then there's no point even asking yourself if you want to get the course in the first place. Now on to the positives though. The first positive you get greeted with straight away when you join is the community. I have been in many other courses where they have communities, and they're all great, but this one really stands out. The community, I haven't so far experienced negative in this community, not at all. And I think the fact that you get welcomed by everyone, you can make a post and everyone will greet you, everyone will congratulate you, everyone will give you help if you ask for it. Like, it's just there. I know you could do that with other courses, but I've experienced it's not this easy with this course. So I think that is just a great help when you're joining. And a big mental aspect of it is just having people there that you can relate to, that you can hold accountable to, not as well as just yourself. You can help other people, and that might benefit yourself in the long run as well. But definitely the community is, I would say, the biggest positive that you will achieve by joining this course, because it's just networking in itself, having all these people that run different agencies that can branch in all different aspects of the agency life, you could say. Another positive that I found is, I know it's the same with all general courses that are well built. The instructions and what you're told to follow is so easily findable. Everything is so simple. It's not like, I'm not going to critique any other course, I'm not going to name any names, but with other courses, I've been on a course where you'll finish one segment, you'll go to the next segment, and you'll feel like you've missed out something. You feel like you've missed something from here to here, and then you're a bit lost, and then that can really halt your progress with what you're doing. But with this one, it's such a simple layout as well. They haven't gone for anything too flashy, they haven't gone for anything just too out there. It's literally so simple, so simplistic and easy to use. There's no negative standpoint on the layout of it. The fact that it's so simple to follow, I think it's a real benefit into just having a successful try from A to B, just to be able to go through it simply, not have to worry about oh, where do I find this, where do I find that, where do I go for help, it's all there for you. And another, well, I guess you could say positive, but with other courses, I'm not comparing again, but with other courses, the action steps are so, they can be a bit misleading with what you're trying to do, but the action steps with this, they're not easy, because at the end of the day, it's an action step. You need to be challenging yourself, you need to put yourself out there to do it, but they're very straightforward. They don't name 2 tasks, and you might be confused with the first one that leads you to not being able to complete the second bit. With this, it's just, you need to do this. Simple. It's so easy to follow, and there's nothing against it, because it's just so straightforward. It's super easy. Now I'm going to be talking about a few of the impacts it has had on my life. The first one is the community again. There is a section on the community page of just straight wins from other people, and seeing that, it really motivates you, because they started the course just like you could. They started with nothing, and now they're getting constant wins repeatedly. And you think, if you start with someone and you are at the same stage, going along and along and along, if you see that person win, you'll question yourself, why am I not winning? And you'll try harder, and then you'll get that win. It's all just in your head. You need to really dial down on yourself. But seeing these people win and constantly winning, and there's hundreds of people every day that get these wins. It's not hard when you think of it, but it takes a lot to get there. Once you get there, it changes your attitude, it changes your mindset, and you're good to go. You can keep this winner effect up, keep it going and going and going, to really the point where you get where you want in life. You get what you want, when you want, how you want it. But just this community, the fact that you're seeing someone win, just image of that could be you, that's enough for some people to just keep going, trying and trying. You could solve all your problems if you focused on just trying, grinding your hardest. You can keep going and keep going. You will get there. Another impact is during some of the videos you will watch if you go on to buying this course, which I highly recommend. Some of the videos and just the lessons you will watch, at some points you won't even feel like you're in a lecture. I'm not going to say a lecture. You won't feel like you're learning. You'll feel like you're just bonding with the person that's saying the video, because they tell all these great stories, they tell all these great methods, and you just feel like you're bonding. And when you hear from someone that's achieved what you want to achieve and how you want to achieve it, maybe you're a different sector, but let's forget about that. If you listen to someone that's walked the path you want to walk, it's actually inspiring to just hear the problems that they've had to deal with, the strategies they've used to deal with it, and how they've overcome it, and now they learn from it so they don't make the same mistake. Another impact it can have is your worldview. Now, depending from each person, if you know what you want to be in life and you want to be a doctor, go to uni and be a doctor. That's advice I've heard, and I could not agree with more. You're not going to be a doctor by creating an agency about, helping gyms grow their social media following. You're going to be a doctor by going to college, going to uni, getting a doctor's degree and becoming a doctor. It's that simple. If you don't know what you want to do, then find out what you want to do. If you want to make money and you want to become a millionaire, you want to become an entrepreneur, then there's nothing better than constantly being reassured that you can do this. You can be reassured that you can make it, and have a community that supports you in whatever you want to do. But just having the same people in this community that think the way you do, it's so reassuring in itself, because it's not like we have complete randomers popping up constantly. It's everyone has the same goal in this. They want to make it. They want to make something of their life. And you're not going to do that by sitting at home, constantly just sitting on your ass, doing fuck all. You have to get up and make a change. And obviously it comes down to the person. Lazy people are never going to amount to anything. They're going to have a shit 9 to 5, working for shit money, and they're never going to be able to do what they really, truly want to do in life. So you have to have a hard look at yourself and just think, is this what I want to do? You can grow out of that laziness. Laziness is not something you can be labelled as. It's so easily to be grown out of it, because I used to be in the lazy category. I used to sit on my ass, play video games 24/7, and then I realised this isn't what I want to do with my life. Let me make a change. And the change it has had on me, I could never thank these people like Iman, just the people that, not advertise it, but the people that bring attention to this whole movement of bettering yourself, the gym, creating a business, self-improvement, any category under the self-improvement. Another big person that's had a huge impact is Hamza. His videos about self-improvement is where it really all starts, and you can really build confidence for yourself to go out there and fucking try your hardest, man. I can't vouch for it anymore. You need to put yourself into uncomfortable situations to get the biggest and best results you can. So I've never worked harder in my life because of these people. I want to achieve something and I've got my mind set on it, so now I want to go and fucking get it. And I'm not going to stop till I get it. Don't give up. There's nothing you get from giving up. What do you get? Oh, now I do have to work this fucking 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. It has no benefit to give up. There is a quote that I'll actually put up on the screen from Iman himself. It's so inspirational, and when I heard it actually, when you hear a good quote, it might sound cliche, but when you hear a good quote that you can actually think about and take in, it hits you hard, and it just, having that quote to relate to and look up to, it's just inspiring in itself. And I think even just simple things like that can make the difference in a person's perspective and their personality, and really keep them going and going and going and trying the hardest that they can. Something I really appreciate about this course is the fact that it's so simple and easy to use. You can find something and be so easily directed in a matter of seconds. If not, you go into the community and you ask. That's the fact that you can tell that there's been time and money put into this course. It's not been rushed. They've took their time, even if it can't come out for another month, or they have to push back something for a month, or not even a month, because I have full trust that this team is building it and made it are incredibly good at what they do. So not even a month. Let's say a problem or a bug comes up, it'll be fixed. You don't even have to worry about it. You come back to it next day, next week, and it'll be fixed, and you'll be good to go. But it's just incredible how much of a difference this time can make that it's took to build this course. When you have to sit there and you get a bit confused just of the course itself, it's hard enough taking in a lot of information 24/7, but it's incredibly more hard to do that with a course that is not so easily laid out, or it's not the easiest to understand because of the layout. Now, in conclusion, do I recommend this course? Of course I fucking do. I don't believe you can go anywhere wrong with this course. Of course you can if you are arrogant and you're not willing to work and learn. Then I don't even want you to be watching this video. I don't think you deserve to be watching this video, because if you're that arrogant to the point where you can't try at least a tiny bit every single day just to see if you really want to do this, you have to see what you want. It all comes down to personal preference, but if you don't want to be successful and you want to just live a boring life that just tick over, and then you get to 60 and you've realised, oh shit, I'm 60 now, what have I got to show for it? You haven't got anything to show for it, because what you've achieved when you're 60, I could now achieve it in a year's time, because I've actually put as much effort and as much work as I could in, and I really have to hold myself accountable for that, or else you're not going to get the result you want. So just the whole self-improvement movement in itself teaches you how to be so cool, calm, collected, but also so ready for war. It teaches you you have no more time to do this. The world doesn't wait up for you. It really doesn't. The time to do this is now, and you need to wake up. You don't even have to choose a side. Self-improvement is all linked together. It's just, you have to put yourself in it to understand it. And the benefits of it, it's just so incredible. You will never see a bigger impact on your life. I can really assure that. So that's it from me. Thank you.